Hiya folks, how's it going? I'm Lexi and I like games so much that I review one here once a week, every week at the gaming table. If that sounds interesting to you, I encourage you to subscribe and keep watching. I will make a little bit of a note that by the time this is out, I think I will have started a new job. So I'm hoping to keep the same upload schedule, but we shall see. Wish me luck, it is work in an office and I've not really done a lot of that before. Or, even better idea, watch this video, watch all my other videos, send them to my friends so I can get enough views and subscribers to do this all the time. I'm mostly kidding. I really enjoy what I do here and I would love to do it more. I wanted to mention that today's game came from gumnot.com. I've mentioned them a few times because there are a few games I really wanted to review for you guys that I just couldn't get my hands on, and they were able to get them in for me. So if you are in Australia and you are looking for a game and it's a bit difficult to find, please reach out to them. They've always done the best they can to help me find my games, and I just really appreciate them. Today's game is just really fun and exciting, so let's get talking about it. From Hectic Electron, this is Raccoon Sky Pirates. In Raccoon Sky Pirates, you play residents of a junkyard, such as rats, possums, raccoons, pigeons, and maybe even other critters. You do have lots of lovely junk there, but there is more junk out in the world, and you are going to get it with your friends. You and your junkyard friends get together and make a daring plan to create a vessel to travel from human resident to human resident collecting junk. Of course, this is not without peril. Your ship was cobbled together with stuff from the junkyard, and the human houses are full of people. To play this game, you need a copy of the rules, a deck of cards, a d12, and something to write with. To start things off, you each get to pick a character to play. This game is for 3 to 6 players and there are 18 characters, so there's going to be plenty of opportunity for variety. Each character has 3 adjectives that roughly describe how they approach problems and the world. This is the list of the traits and you'll have 3 of these words to describe your character somewhere. Cunning, deft, stylish, strong, brave, inventive, YOLO, sneaky, precise, sensitive, aggressive, inspiring, valiant, persistent, fearless, everywhere, gracious, elegant, fast, staring, and graceful. It is a bit of an unusual list. A game of Raccoon Sky Pirates does require a bit of in-world and out-world planning and setting up. The characters can only adventure forth once they have assembled their airship. There is a sheet for the airship which has on it some areas to collaborate. You get to pick some strengths and weaknesses, what the ship does well and what really doesn't work. The great ship is known as the dumpster fire. You then get to fill out how the ship moves and perhaps what pieces of junk from the junkyard have gone in to make it. Some of these items will be the remains of a car, an appliance, and a fun fair ride. As your ship ventures forth, it can accrue problems which can lead to complications or the potential downfall of this whole venture. To start the game on more of the player setup side, you need a deck of cards which will be divided into each suit. I purchased a copy of the game which came with a custom deck for play, but you can easily use a regular standard deck. In this game, as things go wrong, you can either mark problems on the adventure itself, or you can choose to introduce these cards as complications to overcome. In a turn of Raccoon Sky Pirates, a player will have their character decide something that they should do. For example, perhaps they should fly to a new house to loot. The player will then declare that is what they want to do, and they want to then select one of their trait words as how they're going to approach this. They then roll a d12 and compare it to their little character sheet. If the number on the die corresponds to one of the approaches that they selected, it tends to go off without a hitch. If it doesn't, this is where you can mark a problem or introduce a complication into the story. So the game goes on like this until your brave sky pirates run out of houses to loot, or they are busted, either by their airship falling apart or by someone or something discovering them. Depending on how many new treasures you've acquired, you might return to the junkyard a hero. But even if you return with nothing, you'll be listened to with a sympathetic ear from all your friends there. This game is just a heap of fun. The style is madcap, and the problems that are introduced more accelerate the action than cause issues themselves. For this game, while you don't need a game master, they do recommend a facilitator. This person's probably read the rules in full and is keeping them on hand to guide people on starting to play. If you're with a group that has played these sorts of games before, or they're confident gamers, or they've played this very game before, you probably will be able to be a bit more casual with it. I will say for myself, remembering when to roll versus drawing a card versus marking a complication did take a bit of adjustment, but because the game is so light and fun, it's not really a big issue if you make a small mistake. Everyone in this game gets to have a turn describing what happens. As they try to do something, they'll narrate how it goes right or wrong depending on what fate has dealt you. You're not really supposed to get a multi-story campaign out of this game, but you could absolutely have the same characters adventuring out again. I also think it's a ton of fun that people are going to want to come to again and again for a single session of play. To explore the different human houses that are given to you in this kit, there's just a series of sort of blueprints with a picture of a house on it. I think you can easily find in the public domain house plans for different houses across the world, so you could absolutely add those in to spice things up, or maybe make a new town map than the one you were given. A copy of this box set is $25 US. You can also get a copy of the PDF version for $8. I will say I really love the box set for the custom deck, the die with the little raccoon on it, and the special little details of having all those handouts printed and presented to you. Perhaps if you're looking for a very serious, in-depth multi-session campaign, you've probably come to this point in the video and realized that this is not what this game is for. It's lighthearted and fun, and I'm always encouraging people to bring a bit of lightheartedness and comedy to their games. It can actually make onboarding people to tabletops feel a lot less pressured. They don't have to perform well, they're just here to have fun. If you're in need of a game that comes with lots of potential for lots of single session fun, then Raccoon Sky Pirates is absolutely one worth having a look at. I also happen to really love maligned creatures who tend to be associated with rubbish and trash. I picked the shirt for this video because it has magpies on it, and in Australia, even though magpies are native, they can cause problems. For example, during spring when they are nesting, they do tend to swoop a lot of people. We literally call it swooping season. One of the other things they're really well known for is they break into children's lunchboxes at school to steal their food. Though, I think if I was to pick a maligned creature who's often associated with rubbish to be, I think you know which one it would be. Let me know what kind of trash creature you would like to be in the comments down below. While you're there, I encourage you to like, subscribe, turn on notifications, maybe even share with a friend. This all actually really helps the channel get more notice and helps me keep going and feel more encouraged. I also have a Ko-Fi page where you can donate to this channel and help me fulfill my crippling addiction to tabletops. I hope you're all well, and I look forward to seeing you next time at the gaming table. Bye!